My beautiful Aries, to all Aries placements out in this world, I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. So I decided to do this week's reading a little bit different. So we're going to be trying out a different macabre tarot reading. So for this week, it's going to be a little bit on the shorter side, but still, it's definitely going to be pretty much important. And also, the title is called Explore the Shadow Spread. So if you even got a chance to read or watch the last week's reading and stuff like that, I'm gonna be I'm asking 4 questions, drawing 4 cards, and on the little picture thumbnail thingy. I have thumbnails, but okay, that's the side thing. You'll be able to see how the cards are laid out. So anyway, it's like, as you can see, my hair looks a little bit different for this week because it's like, I don't know. I guess, a lot of, the darkness probably does me wonders and stuff, so. But anyway, we'll get started with question number 1. So where are you currently? Oh, okay. You get the King of Wands, actually, also known as the Massacre of Bones, but the King of Wands. Wow, you're in Confidence City. I mean, my goodness, this is a fabulous brother sister Leo card. Maybe you personally have Leo placement somewhere in your star chart, but having the King of Wands just shows that you have so much strength and confidence within you. There's just, or you might even have like this magnetic force about yourself, maybe just something that just pretty much just draws humans towards you. I mean, I would actually be so flattered if this pretty much would resonate with me. But other than that, I just think this is a beautiful confidence and strength card, to even have, it's like, of course, you can always have so much strength and confidence outside of, the strength Leo card and stuff, but still, it just shows that you're in a very confident position. So, but let's see what the other hearts or card number 2 will have for my beautiful Aries. So, what is giving you a false sense of safety? Okay, this is a little bit, now we're getting into some darker times. The Haunting of Cups, also known as the Page of Cups. Okay, so, why would a daydream kind of make you feel a bit uneasy? Like, what's kind of causing this uneasiness within yourself where you feel like thinking, I'm confident, but yet, this daydream is kind of making me feel like I don't really have, this sense of safety in other ways. So what I'm kind of getting here, at least as an example, is, you're trying out some kind of daydream. Maybe you're trying to audition for some kind of position. Maybe you're trying to do something, try to experiment with something. And so, you feel confident about the idea, but yet when it comes to the daydream, something is kind of holding you back. Something is causing you to think, is this really going to work out this time? Because the thing is why would, a daydream be, kind of giving you this unsafe feeling? Well, unless you realize, that, your mindset, your senses, your intuition are actually telling you, it's actually just, I mean, I can't really picture myself, even for being an Aries, and I must say that some of my readings actually have resonated with me. But the thing what I just want to say is that if anything is making you feel uneasy, you might want to kind of rethink this idea. Because then we get to the third question. What shadow is dwelling just beyond those feelings of safety? 8 of Cups. You want to walk away from something. And that's kind of what causing you to want to rethink this whole voyage and quest is, it's like, when you pretty much have any kind of idea, suggestion, sense, feeling, what have you, and stuff like that, that's causing you to also immediately think, what, maybe it's a bad idea. I mean, the only way how this could have actually resonated with me before is, at the start of, this channel, my goodness, my hair sometimes just gets in my way. But, is when I started this channel, I also pretty much, after the first week, even, about meeting, the human and stuff like that, I just also got this uneasy feeling where I pretty much also thought, what am I doing, Because then we get to the 4th card. How can you reach that shadow? Massacre of Daggers is by having a very good plan. So the crux, even though it's a little bit shorter than usual, but the thing is the crux of today's message for my beautiful Aries, if this, does resonate for any of you out there, or all of you perhaps, is that if you have any kind of idea, any kind of daydream, any kind of thought, feeling, perception, what have you, and stuff like that, you're an innovator, you're an entrepreneur, any kind of daydream, and it's kind of causing you to feel a little bit like, I'm not so sure this is going to work out. The best way to counteract those negative, fearful thoughts and ideas is by having this excellent strategic plan. And that's the thing. And of course, you could have a Leo, you could have, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or even, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini placements. But the thing is, it's like how that saying goes. What is it? It's not really anything from my time, but a plan to fail is a failure to plan is a plan to fail. So that's why I wasn't quite sure how to phrase it. But the thing is if you plan well and you're pretty much, on top of this whole idea and stuff like that, then, all of these, thoughts regarding this, daydream, fear, stuff like that will slowly just kind of fade away and stuff like that. So I just think, if you're planning something or if you're hoping to achieve something, is be on top of your game. At least that would be for this week's message for Aries or Aries placements out in this world. So I know it's a little bit shorter than usual, but next week we're going to try out, the rebirthing one with the death card in the middle. But anyway, if this reading resonated for any of you out there, please feel free to join and subscribe to this channel. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I love you guys incredibly. So next week, it'll be that, that third, it's going to be, 6 cards for next week. But anyway, I love you guys incredibly. Thank you so much for joining me in this beautiful, quiet evening. Lately, it's just been very relaxing. But, we're going to have a couple of thunderstorms again, but I love those as well. But other than that, I love you guys. And as per usual, take excellent good care of yourselves.